Live from the city of Smile College City. Number one
News with no bias.
News with no exemptions.
Bringing you the hottest, freshest news of the day.
DYAD 101.5, The Flash Radio. Hello, Universe, and good morning, Philippines. Welcome to The Flash Radio. This is Sofia Luis Granada.
And I am Red.
Your stewards of truth.
Here are the blazing and top news stories for the day.
For our headlines, 3.4 million pesos worth of shabu was seized from an OFW along with two others in Taguig.
International news. 5 killed in attacks by foreigners in South Africa.
SC's Leonen turns hashtag love guru, tweeting advice on romance.
Miss Universe Philippines 2019. Gazini Granados attends course in communication skills.
For our sports news, 10 U.S. players sanctioned as the FIBA cracks down on the Philippines and Australia after the brawl.
Time check. It's 10 minutes before the hour of night.
You are listening to Dyad 101.5, The Flash Radio.
And we are back for the national news. 3.4 million pesos worth of shabu was seized from an OFW along with two accomplices in Taguig. We have Ms. Perez for the report.
Authorities seized an estimated 3.4 million worth of suspected crystal meth or shabu from an overseas Filipino worker and two accomplices in a bus terminal in Taguig on Saturday afternoon. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency PDEA identified the suspect as Zainab Pamansag, 27, an OFW, Joel Ondong, 30, a tricycle driver, and Aiza Abdul, 29. They were arrested in a buy-bus operation in a bus terminal in Western Bicutan at around 2:30 p.m. Besides the 500 grams of shabu, authorities seized from the suspects a cell phone and a marked money used in the operation. The suspects were brought to PDEA NCR office while a complaint for violation of Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002 was being prepared against them. This is Danica Gabriela Perez reporting.
Thank you for the details, Ms. Perez.
For the international news, 5 killed in attacks by foreigners in South Africa. For more details, let's hear it from Arvin Ledesma.
5 people have been killed in xenophobic attacks in South Africa, police said, as President Cyril Ramaphosa vowed to clamp down on what he described as acts of wanton violence, and the African Union and Nigeria sounded the alarm. Police fired rubber bullets and arrested 189 people in the township of Alexandra on Tuesday, a day after clashing with looters who local media said targeted foreign-owned businesses in several parts of the city. Most of the deceased were South Africans. This is Arvin Ledesma reporting.
Thank you, Arvin Ledesma.
For the next headlines, we'll be back after this short message.
We will be back after this short message.
We lost again. It's like the 5th time already.
Sorry. I don't do well in the game.
No wonder you shoot like a girl.
Dave, you know that's not a good thing to say.
We just lost because of him.
No, that is not what I meant. By the way, what does shoot like a girl mean? That's very rude. It's very important for you to understand that boys and girls can do things their own way. They have every chance to excel or to be lacking in something.
cooking and cleaning.
See, who's to say that you can't do something just because you're a boy or a girl? Derek, come help me with our dinner.
Later, Dave.
This is a special message for Women Empowerment Program of Pador, your #1 hair care.
For another blazing yet heart-captivating national news, let's have Joe Xavier. Furthermore information about how Essis Leonen turns #LabGuru, tweeting advice on romance.
Manila, Philippines. Besides interpreting the laws of the land, Supreme Court Associate Justin Marvic Leonen appears to have another talent, making netizens kilig, that is, romantically excited over his feel-good love advice. Leonen impressed everyone as he imparted some words of wisdom through his Twitter posts. In one tweet, Leonen likened the concept of being in a relationship to that of the Supreme Court oral arguments. The questions thrown at you will be numerous, and they may even be tough to answer, and was asked the simple yet complex question, what is love? Leonen replied that it has several definitions in both the dictionary and the thesaurus, and if someone would want to be the next #LabGuru, Leonen required such qualifications such as being above 50 years old and having at least 10 tatgas, or the one that got away. One must also be qualified for the Good Conduct Time Allowance, or GCTA, a reference to the law that is currently part of today's headlines. This is Joe Xavier reporting back to you guys. Diet 101.5, the Flash News.
Miss Universe Philippines 2019, Nazino Ganados is not rushing her preparation for Miss Universe pageant. There is no announcement yet which country will host the pageant's 60th edition, although reportedly it may be held in South Korea. Without confirmation from the Miss Universe organization, other countries, including the Philippines, are said to be bidding to host Miss Universe 2019. The International Beauty Pageant is held in December over a 2-week period and will the onset of the Burr months. Gazzini admits to feeling a little bit of pressure. Back to you guys.
Diet 101.5, the Flash News.
Thanks for the details.
For our sports update, 10 Gilas players sanctioned as the FIBA cracks down on the Philippines and Australia after the brawl. To know the entire story, let's get it on with Mr. Perucho.
FIBA on Thursday imposed harsh sanctions on both Philippines and Australia, following the infamous brawl between the two countries' basketball teams during a World Cup Asian qualifier earlier this month. The world governing body for basketball announced the sanctions 16 days after the brawl that took place at the Philippine Arena in Baco, Bulacan. 13 players, 9 Filipinos and 4 Aussies, were ejected from the game in the wake of fracas. The Boomers went on to win 85-53 with a little under 2 minutes left in the third quarter after Gilas Pilipinas was left with just one player available. The players bore the brunt of the sanctions, with 10 players and 2 coaches getting punished, as well as the Samaang Basketball ng Pilipinas itself. This is Ken reporting.
Diet 101.5, the Flash News.
Thank you for the input.
And that's all the updates for the day. This is Red.
And I am Sophia Luis Granada.
Diet 101.5, the Flash News.
News with no bias.
News with no exemptions.
Include nothing but the truth.
DYAD 101.5 The Flash Radio.